at all these goddamn normies ruining my Japanese anime and culture. Back in my day, we were a tight community. We accepted each other, all the weird parts and everything. How dare these tourists try to change this beautiful culture? Is what a lot of anime fans think nowadays. If you've been keeping up with discourse online, there has been an increasing amount of people hating on anime tourists. But why? Well, first, what the hell is an anime tourist? The definition can vary slightly, but generally the term tourist refers to people who are, well, visiting. People here just to see something and have no intention of actually staying. In anime, this usually means people who start watching and talking about anime just because it's popular and trendy, and not because they actually have any intention of actually staying and getting into anime culture. But what if you're a foot in deeper than that? What if you watch anime the original way? What if you wanted to learn Japanese? I'm happy to announce that this video is sponsored by Migaku. Migaku is a language learning tool with comprehensive Japanese courses at a variety of levels. You can learn hiragana, katakana, vocabulary, grammar, all the way to complex kanji. These courses are meticulously handcrafted for optimized learning and gives you the full spectrum of difficulties, suitable for learning no matter what level you're at. I remember when I first wanted to move to Japan for university and had to learn Japanese. As a weeb, I tried so hard to watch anime with Japanese subtitles and had to pause and manually look up every single word I didn't know in a dictionary. That was not fun. Well, I'm glad that with Migaku, you new Japanese learners don't have to suffer like I did anymore. Migaku lets you ditch the boring textbooks and directly learn by engaging with anime, drama, or honestly whatever media you want to interact with. Compatible with Netflix, Disney Plus, and even YouTube, with just a click, you can easily translate words, make flashcards, and track your language learning process. This is by far my favorite feature. I genuinely wish I had this when I was learning Japanese. This is what I used to do except manually with 10 more steps. I should use this if I ever learn Korean seriously. Oh yeah, Migaku doesn't just have Japanese. A Migaku subscription gives you access to Mandarin, Korean, Cantonese, and many more languages and features. Migaku offers learning to a huge range of languages. And because I know my audience, many of you guys actually want to learn Japanese, Migaku has allowed me to give you guys a special offer. 50% off the lifetime plan or an additional free month on the standard and early access plans. If you're interested, be sure to take advantage of their special discount offer. Link in description. Now back to some tourist talk. There are multiple reasons fans hate tourists. The first one is the fear of outsiders changing the medium. It's not that there's a problem with people checking out the new medium. We're all new to anime or anything at some point. What people hate is when these outsiders, who have no intention of actually becoming long-term anime fans, try and call things problematic or bitching to bend the medium to what they want to see instead. I'm sure you know, but anime is a very unique medium. The way storytelling is done, the way animation is used to portray unique sceneries and exaggerated expressions, and even many tropes and subcultures like tsundere, yandere, harem anime where you're rooting for your best girl like a sports race, my weekly trash can isekai, idol fan culture, or you know, the romance trope where the guy and girl interact for 10 billion million episodes with little to no progression, but we're too invested in the characters so we keep watching hoping for some progression like we're being infinitely edged. I'm not saying all of them are things that make for good shows, that's subjective, but there are people that grew up with these tropes, grew up with anime and love them for what they are. For people who never got into anime early on, or don't really understand Japanese culture or jokes, these can range from weird to even problematic. For example, the infamous lolly debate. Oh boy. So in case you haven't been keeping up, which in that case, good for you, don't get into it, do not install Twitter. Lollies are this archetype of anime girls where they're short and petite. Some perceive it as childlike, some just think they're small women. Now, as you know, anime is a medium with a lot of sexualization and romance and stuff. Lollies have been a very prominent part of anime for a very long time. Most anime, even top-rated anime, have a lolly or two. It's not a rare sight at all, it's very ingrained in anime culture. In fact, there are even widely acclaimed anime like Dragon Maid, hidden treasures like Nonon Byori, or popular anime-styled games like Blue Archive where this is a huge focus. The lolly's age can range from 7 to 10 million. Some anime fans think it's very cute. The tourists don't like this. So war broke out. Is this socially appropriate? Does the lolly's actual age matter? Does her appearance matter more? What's the line between cute and sexualization? Are we nurturing weirdos? She's a drawing, so does it even matter? Basically, everyone has different opinions on this, but what anime fans hate about these tourists is this has long been a part of our anime culture. Why are you trying to change it? I don't think it's others' opinions that bother them the most. Everyone has their own opinions. It's the fact that some tourists bitch and actively want lolis removed from anime. Obviously, different cultures across the world have different perspectives and viewpoints, so there's a feeling of why are you coming to our space, trying to push your morals onto our culture? Why are you trying to censor us based on your values? I think there's a feeling of being culturally intruded, and it's also the fact that it's outsiders who have no intention to actually become longtime anime fans or become submerged into the anime are for some reason the ones trying to change the medium fans have held dear for so long. It's not just about lolis. This framework pretty much holds up for any subject in anime. Fan service is a long-time thing in anime. Komiket, doujin culture, idol culture. Some people don't like how so many anime are based in high school. They're all unique in their own way to anime culture. Because of how big anime has gotten, the discourse has even further spread because some huge creators who didn't really have anything to do with anime started talking about anime, and some like Moist Critical have made videos criticizing what he doesn't like about the medium of anime, like characters' age. Whether a lot of these arguments by tourists make sense or not is up for debate. Perhaps some do and some don't. But I think regardless of whether they do, it's a particularly sensitive subject because for a lot of longtime anime fans, anime is not just cartoons from Japan. It was a unique space they grew up with stories that shape their perspectives, change their lives. It feels insulting that some outsider wants to change something that's just existed in its own space for so long as if it were natural. It feels like, what gives you the right to barge in and demand change when you're just an outsider, a visiting tourist? This brings me to my second argument. The tourists aren't real fans. What some of you might not know is that anime was not always as widely accepted as it is today. A decade or two ago, people got bullied for watching anime. They were seen as the weirdos. It was super stigmatized. So when anime like Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen blow up, these tourists or normies who once made fun of anime fans suddenly come flocking because it's the new trendy thing. It's not even that they seriously want to ingrain themselves in the culture. They're just chasing trends, and to some longtime anime fans, it can feel insulting. Like, you're not a real fan. You're not the one that stuck with it through the hard times when it wasn't popular. You're just here because it's trendy, not because you like anime, and you don't even get bullied or made fun for liking anime. Why did I get bullied? I think there might even be some resentment there. Combine this with the fact that these tourists are actively trying to change anime to conform to more mainstream values, and yeah, it pisses fans off. It's like, why are you, an outsider, a fake fan, a mere trend chaser, trying to change what made anime so special to me? And that brings me to my very last point. Industry change. Anime, although very special to many people, is still a business. Anime companies want to make money. Welcome to Society 101, it's depressing. Back in the day, much of anime's revenue relied on stuff like Blu-rays or premium merch that hardcore fans would buy and support. So many anime would cater to these small circles of people, creating some very unique works and subcultures. Just look at Love Live fans. But things have changed a little bit. While the niche stuff definitely still exists, anime like Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen are reaching numbers outside Japan unimaginable in the past. Demon Slayer is literally competing with mainstream stuff like Marvel and DC. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that anime is mainstream now, and with big international companies like Sony and Netflix being involved in the industry, there is a genuine fear of big anime being sterilized. I mean, the best way to make money when you're big is to appeal to as wide of an audience as possible. Unique stories and controversial themes, while very interesting to analyze artistically, will realistically never become as big as anime that's simple and inoffensive enough to appeal to even kids and, well, normies, the general public, the kind of stuff you could show your mom and be entertained together. It's why shonen anime is so popular despite some stories not being as deep or emotional. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I enjoyed Solo Leveling, but it's just a phenomenon that needs to be pointed out. In other words, when anime becomes mainstream through the spread of normies, anime companies have a legitimate interest to make stuff more advertiser-friendly, more generic to attract a wider audience. And this is something that anime fans fear, like anime services being bought up by big companies then made to appeal to these tourists, these outside people, anime made for mass consumption instead of more experimentation, ruining the medium they had loved for so long. The idea is insulting to some anime fans and a legitimate fear for the future. future. And also, on a side note, some of these companies' decisions actively ruin the anime's hype. Look at what Netflix did to JoJo. Give me back my weekly episodes. Or every anime exclusively locked behind Disney Plus. RIP in summertime rendering. Of course, I don't think it's at the mass consumption stage yet. We still have plenty of crazy unique ideas, and anime quality is better than it has ever been. But I think it is a fear of some people, especially after seeing how big shonen anime has gotten, and the numbers are starting to reflect this. Studies show that the percentage of revenue coming from international fans as opposed to Japanese fans has rapidly been increasing to the point where it's surpassed 50% for the first time in the past few years, reaching 56.5% in 2024. So yes, now more money comes from international fans than Japanese fans, showing that this could be a possible founded fear. For now, Japan still seems to focus on appealing to its domestic market more than internationally. Ano, the creator of renowned anime Evangelion, even says that anime should be made to appeal to the Japanese, to be authentically Japanese, and international fans should be the ones to adapt, to which many anime fans agree with. Because of all these fears and hate for tourists, some anime fans have started gatekeeping anime, not wanting the medium of anime to be sullied by these outsiders, though how effective it is questionable, considering how much anime is still growing internationally. But what's your take on this? Is the hate on tourists justified? Do you want anime to keep getting bigger? Are newcomers alright as long as they're not bitching about wanting to change the medium? Or are some of the changes they want actually justified? I don't think there's a right answer to this, so I really want to hear your opinions. Do tell me in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and once again, thank you so much to Migaku for sponsoring this video. Be sure to check out my new Patreon video, definitely not for tourists, if you want to support me. And special thanks to Vicente Bagani and all my other patrons and members for supporting me.